Hi guys, Toshi here from Mixing Tips, and here we are at the end of our basic mixing journey to this hip-hop beat. Once again, shout out to the Trills for the beat, and this is the video where we are going to summarize what we've done to this mix and what are our future plans and what we can do to improve even more this beat. As we ended with the basic processing, here are the stuff that you will need to take care of before you go to the next stage. You will need to double check your gain staging with the one that you've set before you started mixing. Even if you trim the output level from the plugins and make minor fixes from the faders, sometimes the gain staging might be off from the first way that you've set it. You will need to double check that and make sure that everything is at proper level now, even with the processing on it. So if there are any slight changes, try to fix them, but do not always follow the meters, just follow your ear and do what you think is best for your beat. That leads us to check how much headroom we've left for the mastering. For example, here in this beat, we aimed to have at around -6 decibels on the output level on the peaks to have enough headroom for the mix. Let's double check now at the busiest point of the song how much we have headroom left. Okay, so this is the point where we have most of our elements playing, and now we will check how much we have left. Yeah, we are pretty satisfied with -6 decibels. It can go up a little bit to be tighter at around 5 maybe, but those are some slightly small spots that are peaking and are going over the limit that we set. So that means that we maintained the gain staging that we wanted, and this is what we are wanting to have with this beat before we send it to the mastering guy. So there will be enough of headroom left to pump it up in the mastering process. The next thing that we want to mention at this point is to always double check your mix in mono. Meaning that sometimes in mono you will discover some stuff that are not playing, those are some phasing issues. So we always have Imager plugin that is making the signal to mono. There are many other plugins that can do this. Also, some softwares have this feature already incorporated in the DAW. But we like to use S1 to double check that. When you turn it on, that means that your signal is in mono, and then you can hear if there are any elements or stuff missing from the signal when it's summed to mono. At that stage, you will see which are the troubling elements, and you can go back in your mix and fix them. That is for the mono thing. Another stuff that you can do to double check how your mix sounds is to check it on other systems. For example, you can double check the sound on your laptop speakers, on your phone speakers. Most abused system to hear is the car stereo system, and at these systems you will be able to discover some stuff that maybe you are not able to hear on your studio monitors or your studio headphones. For example, if you double check your mix, for example, on your phone, maybe you will be lacking the bass. That is because such small speakers cannot reproduce the bass on them. But there are some tricks that you can do, like we did on this bass, to pump up the upper harmonies of the bass, just to have small notion in those type of speakers that something is happening in the low end. In sometimes even a small clicks at the beginning of the signal is enough to trick the ear, to let us know that there is something happening in the low end, meaning that the bass is audible at this stage. The next thing that you can do is to double check your mix with a limiter on. We like to do this just to pump up the level to the to pump up the volume to the commercial level, to see if there are any stuff popping up in the mix that we do not like, that we can fix in the mixing process before it hits the mastering guy. So I will again play the song at the busiest level. This is without the limiter. I will put it back down, and I put a ceiling of minus 0.1, not to go clipping when we put the threshold down. So I will show you what we mean by this. Okay, I will slightly go ahead and slide this fader down, and that will make the beat louder. This is before, this is after. What we are checking here is we are pushing those 6 decibels of headroom that we left for the mastering guy. We are compensating them from this limiter plugin, just to double check how our track will sound when it goes up to the commercial level of loudness. We are pretty satisfied with the sound of this beat, so this is just for checking. You are not going to leave the mastering, the limiter on. We are just doing this to check the mix on a louder level. The next thing that you can do with your mix is to consult with the mastering guy if you are sending your beat or song to a guy that is actually professional at mastering, to see what are their preferences for the parameters. The thing is that they maybe like to have 6 decibels of headroom, maybe they like to have 10 decibels, maybe they want tighter headroom, maybe 3 decibels of headroom. Also, you will be able to check with them the format and the other stuff that are coming with the exports. The bit rate and samples, stuff like that. They will be, if you have already picked your guy, they will tell you their preference, and if you follow their preferences for the exports to the whole bit or the stems, you will be able to get the best of outcome once they are done with their part. So basically that will be it, and sadly we are done with this part, but this is the point where we want to let you know that we went for the basic processing this time only, just to show you what we are here for the actual mixing tips. We prepared the beat to be able to work over it and try various mixing tips. So this is just the general cleaning of this beat, and this is the preparing of the beat for further, more advanced processing. We prepared the beat now for the creative processing, but also some technical stuff that are necessary to be done to have the best possible result. We will show you stuff that will suit this beat, but also we will show tricks that are not that usually used on such record, but might be helpful on some other projects. So stick around and enjoy the next part, because we will try to show you stuff that are not learned in school, but learned for long time working and experimentation. So thanks again for joining us today. Subscribe to our channel and see you in the next video. Bye bye.